Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy wherever you are in the world. And in today's mini reading, I am going to be diving into whatever wants to come up in the reading. If you do have anything specific that you would like me to read on, then feel free to submit your intentions either through just thinking them in your own mind because that energy will be felt, or of course you could also write them in the comments or speak them out loud, write them down on a piece of paper, whatever feels most aligned for you. No matter how you choose to transmit that energy, it will become part of this co-creative process in these reading videos. So I am going to go ahead and start by shuffling the traditional tarot cards, and let's see what kind of energy wants to come through today. So what can ooh, a card just flew out before I could even finish speaking. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm seeing someone planning and working towards something, but I feel like they're working in silence or in secret. So for some of you, maybe this is you and you are working towards something in silence, or maybe working on something that other people aren't necessarily aware of. For others of you, this actually could be another person that is working on themselves in order to connect with you or move forward with you, or maybe like behind the scenes, they are strategizing on how to move towards you. I'm getting a lot of Taurus energy here. Could be sun, moon, or rising sign, or Taurus season for some of you listening. So what else can I channel about this energy? Something about the month of May seems to be significant here. A new beginning, a spontaneous kind of energy leading to massive abundance. Wow, with the Ten of Pentacles, the Fool leads to the Ten of Pentacles. So this free, spontaneous kind of energy, this idealistic energy, or maybe an energy other people label as idealistic or overly idealistic, it actually leads to this massive abundance because of your consistency or your persistence is what I'm hearing. So you may be like persisting in something, following this kind of free, fresh, spontaneous energy and seeing where it takes you, but ultimately it leads you to some form of massive success, abundance, or stability. I'm hearing huge changes. So there may be huge positive changes happening in your life, but I'm hearing especially as you have the courage to follow this free-flowing, spontaneous kind of energy. So here we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. I'm picking up on an ambitious, focused, and passionate kind of energy. Someone who, this could be you internally, an aspect of yourself moving towards your goals passionately, but I'm also getting this could be someone externally who is wanting to take some kind of passionate action towards you and really planning ahead for a future with you. This person, if it's an external person, an external romantic person, then with the Three of Swords reversed, I see that this is someone in a period of recovery. They seem to be healing from some kind of past heartbreak. There could be Libra energy involved here as well. Yeah, they've been extremely focused. I'm getting like a seriousness around this person. So if you know of this person, they may have like a very serious, focused, or like determined sort of expression, because that's kind of reflecting how they are really hyper focused on bettering themselves and healing from whatever this past pain was in their life. And yeah, becoming the Emperor here, getting in control of themselves and their life, and with the Six of Swords, healing or letting go of something from their past. Of course, this could be you as well. So I feel this could be internal or external, depending on how you take it. This could be you internally taking passionate action towards your goals, allowing yourself to heal from something in your past, transitioning into this state where you are the authority of your own life, where you are really in control and in charge, like of yourself, your life, your destiny, in that seat of power that you were always destined for. Now, I am getting a Four of Cups here. This can be about someone missing an opportunity. I'm hearing there may be a missed opportunity coming back around again. So again, that might apply for you personally, but that also could be someone who feels like they missed an opportunity with you coming back around again as well. So, okay. Yeah, there's someone with the World card reversed that you have unfinished business with. This could be a friend, a family member, or a romantic person in your life who wants to reconcile with the Five of Swords reversed. And I'm just hearing, I'm sorry. So this is someone who wants to apologize to you. I'm hearing some things are only realized after it's too late or after the moment passes. So this is someone who is having realizations in kind of a delayed fashion here. I feel like they caused some kind of distance or separation between the two of you. And now it's like they've disappointed themselves. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups reversed, they're in this state of regret because they feel like they self-sabotage something here and they do want some kind of reconciliation. And they're really feeling an urgency to push this reconciliation with you forward with the Knight of Swords. They're very determined here. They're trying to seize some kind of moment of opportunity. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, wow. Okay, so this is someone who perceives you as the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, meaning they feel this sense of unlimited potential with you, both in terms of how you seem to inspire them to endless levels of success, but also in terms of your connection with each other. I feel like on all levels, they feel like the potential here with you is unlimited, but that they let it slip away in the past. And there's a lot of regret there. I feel like I heard looking for better. If this was romantic, this may have been someone who disconnected from you because they like went looking for something else that they thought would be quote unquote better. But the reason that they felt like their connection with you was falling short is simply because they weren't looking at their own shadow. It wasn't because of any fault of your own. And they're now realizing all along you were that Ten of Cups and that Ten of Pentacles. You were the pinnacle here. I'm hearing you were the gold standard for them in romance. And there wasn't ever anything better. It was just that they disconnected rather than facing their own shadow. Yeah, we have life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. This is someone trying to work their way back into your energy or into your world. I see them like knocking at your door here. We have the words branch, whale. A whale could be a sign for someone. Coffee, drive, peace, the name Sally, class, officer, energy, the name Alice, plane, western, spring. So no one understands me but you. I feel like this is someone who feels as though they're surrounded by darkness of some kind. And my guides are saying this darkness is like unconsciousness. They're surrounded by a lot of unconscious people with a low level of spiritual consciousness or awareness, although they may not necessarily define it in that way. And you are someone with a really high level of spiritual consciousness. And so this person, it's like they can't even put words to exactly what it is about you that they're missing, but it's your light. It's your level of consciousness. And again, they're surrounded by a lot of people that carry a lot of darkness, but I'm hearing they parade that darkness as light. So I don't know what exactly that means, but I feel like they're surrounded by people who actually hold a lot of shadow or a lot of unconsciousness, a lot of unprocessed kind of trauma or shadow, but they parade themselves as being full of light and may even be judgmental towards others is kind of the sense that I'm getting. We have the cards, I can't stop thinking about you, and what do you see in me? And I'm hearing like they're trying to reinsert themselves back in your life. That keeps coming up really strongly. This person can't get you off of their mind, but they also feel as though they've never really been fully open with you. We have the card childhood trauma, so they may have childhood trauma around being fully open, sharing their truth in a fully authentic, genuine kind of way. Can I get information on, well, let's reshuffle the cards here to really get deep into the energy, but I want to know more about what this person hasn't shared with you, because I still feel like there's something on their throat chakra that's kind of like weighing on them, something that they've been holding back. Why can't I tell you the truth? What truth can't this person tell you? We have the word party, the word car, machine, office, army, forest, instrument, shadow, the Seven of Cups. I'm hearing life is filled with endless choices, but all I want is you. I feel like this is someone who may have actually explored a lot of their options romantically, and it almost gives me the sense of someone wandering, like constantly searching for something that they could never find, but it's because you were the gold standard. And I'm literally seeing a gold bracelet now for someone, like a gold chain link kind of bracelet. And with the Moon card, this is about their subconscious coming to light. So I feel like this person has been holding subconscious love for you beneath the surface that is now coming up in their conscious mind, that they're becoming more fully aware of. I got something about the color purple here as well. The word cookies, the name Sam, the season of autumn. Could be Sagittarius energy in someone's birth chart here. With the Four of Wands, and with the word drive, by the way, it keeps coming out, and I keep hearing like, I want to drive to see you. So maybe there's a distance and like this person wants to drive to see you, or they think about you when they're driving. This is someone with the Three of Wands reversed and the Four of Wands. I'm hearing it's my fault. So this is a person who feels as though it's their fault that they ruined or created some kind of disconnect that prevented the Four of Wands from happening between the two of you, that prevented the two of you creating this stable, long-term, beautiful connection together, getting a lot of fire sign energy here. And I'm hearing outside interferences. So there may have been other external forces or interferences that they feel got in the way here. I'm hearing external voices. There may have been voices of other people that convinced them not to move forward with this or to explore their other options or disconnect from you. But they're in deep regret for having listened to those voices or external influences. In fact, they're almost feeling betrayed because, again, they're getting that people around them have a lot of unconsciousness or shadow and are parading themselves as being filled with light, and they're realizing you're the only one that they've encountered that really carries this level of consciousness, and they feel betrayed by people around them that convince them out of like pursuing you or out of like waiting for you or moving things forward with you. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, they see this as everything they've ever wanted. I really feel this person has a level of soul loyalty to you. And it's almost like the message coming through is, if I can't have you, I'd rather be single. I'd rather not be with anyone. That's really what I'm getting from this person. Yeah, once again, Five of Swords reversed. They definitely want a reconciliation. Again, we're getting the Knight of Swords. They want to move things forward with you really quickly, but from the heart here, there is almost a little bit of recklessness in their energy because they're very impatient to move this forward. They really want to not miss another chance with you here. With the Hermit, I feel like they've been isolating themselves from people around them. But again, that's because they're realizing a lot of truths about people in their life, especially people who may have guided them away from actually pursuing a connection with you or connecting with you. And the strongest sense within them is that there's unfinished business between you. I'm hearing, I just want to kiss you. So this person might think about kissing you, embracing you, being near you physically. They definitely have a lot of thoughts of being romantic with you. I'm also seeing a ring, so that could represent like an engagement or marriage. This person already thinking about wanting to have something committed and long-term with you. I feel almost like you may have tried to end this gracefully or to let this person go gracefully if you did reconnect, and you kind of expected them to just like fall out of your life again. But they've really dug in, like they're very determined to stay connected with you, to really reinsert themselves in your life is what I'm getting from this person. And yet they do still seem guarded about something sitting on their throat chakra, something that maybe they haven't fully exposed to you or shared with you. I still feel like there's some kind of truth that we haven't really gotten quite to the bottom of here. And I feel like that speaks a lot to this person's energy. A lot of times how messages come up in the cards reflects the energy of the person we're reading into. So the fact that it's been kind of difficult to get to the bottom of this truth that they're sitting on tells me that they may be very guarded right now when it comes to revealing that truth to you. I'm hearing I've been more imbalanced than I let on. I'm not as confident as I appear to be. I feel like this person may have presented to you that they really have their life together, or that they're really sure about certain paths that they're taking in their life, either with like their work or their finances or their life generally, but they actually feel a lot more uncertain than they've maybe made you aware of. Yeah, with the root chakra reversed, there's actually been more instability here than I feel they've been open with you about. I feel like they've been trying to present this picture of having it all together. I do get that you're very intuitive, so you probably sensed that there was more to the story. This may have even been why you kind of tried to let this person go gracefully, because you thought, I feel like there's more that they're not sharing. And I get that sometimes when you can sense that someone's holding back, because again, you are super intuitive, so you sense that someone's holding back, but you don't really know if they're actively lying or what they're keeping from you or what's going on. Often you will just kind of be repelled away from someone because you can sense the lack of authenticity, but you don't really know what's beneath the surface. And with this person, I kind of feel as though you could sense that they weren't fully being honest with you about something, but you didn't really know what it was. So you may have kind of tried to like exit this person's life gracefully or let it go because you sensed an inauthenticity. But what I'm getting is that inauthenticity was them trying to present that they had their life more together than they actually feel that they did, and that they were actually more unstable, like in some kind of material sense or emotionally, than they were letting on. But I do see that with the Seven of Pentacles, this person is determined to give it everything they possibly can for some kind of chance to make it work with you. I'm getting like a strong, stubborn energy from this person. Yeah, because they've decided. I actually feel like if you pulled away from this person or tried to kind of exit their life gracefully, you may have thought you were like closing that door completely, like once and for all, closing this cycle. But I feel like when you tried to close this cycle, they dug in deeper, because that was like their crossroads with the Two of Wands, their moment of making a choice. Like, am I going to just let this go to let them walk away again? Or am I going to wake up and do something about it? And I really feel that they've decided to take action here, to do something about it, because with the Nine of Cups, they're really realizing that you were always the one that they wanted. And I'm hearing the only one who really brought up these kinds of emotions within them, with the King of Cups in the upright position. Now, of course, just because I'm channeling all of this or picking up on this from their energy doesn't mean that you have to connect with them. That is entirely up to you. You are the conscious creator of your life. So of course, I recommend making whatever choices here feel right and most self-supportive to you. This is just what I am sensing from the energy. I do feel that to move forward with you, this person has to free themselves from something really heavy. And for many of them, this may have been like a belief system or a family system or a way of being that kept them chained in some way, that kept them codependent to a system or a family, or codependent to the expectations of others in some way. That may have been what you sensed from this person. And I'm hearing only they can make that choice to let go of that, to free themselves. I'm hearing you cannot choose freedom for others. They can only choose it for themselves. You can only live in the example of freedom. And that's actually what I feel many of you have been running into lately, either in friendships, in social circles, in romantic relationships. This feeling of sometimes there's someone who's extremely drawn to your light, to your level of consciousness, even if they don't have the words to really describe that in like spiritual terms. But then they themselves are kind of enslaved to a system or chained codependently to something. And they are viewing you as like the one who is going to bridge them or save them or give them direction. And I feel that you are meant to be a living example of freedom and love and abundance, but you aren't meant to deplete your energy by trying to be the bridge for them artificially to their own freedom, if that makes sense. Like you can be that example of freedom, but you can't choose that freedom for them. They have to choose it for themselves. And I feel like many of you have been untangling yourself from those kinds of codependent dynamics. And at times it can be really triggering to the other person as well when you say, no, these are my boundaries. This is what I need to support myself. And I believe in your ability to free yourself as well. And for us to connect from that mutually free, aligned place. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of that self-loving, self-supporting kind of like untangling work in your own life lately. And I feel this person may be another example of that as well. But again, they're very determined to stay connected to you here, to give it everything that they have, to have some other chance with you. So I want to say as well, if you do want to manifest contact or movement forward with someone, especially someone that you haven't been in contact with or haven't heard from in a while, my Break No Contact Subliminal has been extremely powerful for so many people who have been using it. I'm receiving comments every single day from so many of you using this and hearing from your desired person within days or weeks. So I know it's been powerful for many people to help them shift their energy and manifest contact from a specific person. I heard one comment saying that they listened to this and within 48 hours, 3 different people had reached out to them from their past that they were surprised to hear from. Personally, when I was just creating this subliminal, within a few days, I had heard from several people that I had just like completely not even been thinking about, that just spontaneously reached out to me. I know one of you said that your very first time meditating with this, the person that you were desiring to see or to connect with literally drove by your home and waved at you while you were meditating with this outside, and you happened to open your eyes and see them. So I've heard some really beautiful, magical stories from many of you using this subliminal already. And if you want to try it out for yourself and see how it works for you, then you can try it completely free for 7 days when you create a trial account in my app. And the link to get my subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, and try out the Break No Contact Subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. But I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle the cards here and see if I can channel through any final messages. I'm going to actually pull out some of my other love oracle cards because lately I've been using these to get some super specific messages. We have every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. Yeah, this person's constantly hoping for or anticipating contact towards you. I can feel that magnetic pull towards you. I still hope we can work this out. So for some of you, there may have been a conflict or disagreement with this person, and you may have thought that this was the closing of a door or the closing of a cycle. I'm hearing you spoke your truth to them. So you may have been open or authentic with them, or even said something to them that you thought was you closing the cycle. But strangely enough, that seemed to only pull them in even more. It seemed to only intensify the magnetism, even if whatever you said was you holding a boundary or you disagreeing with them or something like that, because somehow it was your authenticity, even in that moment, that really got through to them. That is what is so magnetic to them. We have the card, "You're the best thing that's ever happened to me." So yeah, I feel like we've really painted a clear picture of what is going on here in this situation. Of course, only take the messages that resonate for you personally. I will be leaving things here. I hope you have a beautiful day. Of course, subscribe if you enjoyed this message. Leave me a comment. Let me know what connected. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And you can listen to my channeled songs where I channel more deeply into threads of energy like this and share messages in musical and lyrical form. And those songs are released under my artist name, Songs by Infinity. And you can follow my Spotify and listen there for free by clicking the link to my Spotify, which I'll leave in the description box of the video. And of course, if you'd like to use the Break No Contact Subliminal to help you manifest contact with your desired person, then the link to download my app is in the pinned comment as well. So I'm going to close things out here, and I look forward to connecting with you here again in the next video.